Hello, beautiful beings. Welcome back to the channel. And yeah, I've got to say that I'm quite nervous for this video. I think a lot of you thought that this was going to be an interview. It's not, whether that's fortunate or unfortunate. Oh my goodness. Okay. I don't even know where to begin. I do want to just kind of, I guess, mention that I think that this is going to be one of my more important videos. I have tons of really hard-hitting stuff, but this is by far one of the most important. The reason why I believe this is so important is because it affects every single person in the community, in this community, not just this one, but the entire spiritual community. And it affects me, it affects you, and I hope today to give you some really incredibly powerful tools that so that you can learn and apply yourself in different ways. All right. Cool. So this video is about spiritual teachers and foundations of spirituality. And yeah, I am going to be mentioning Teal Swan. Now, a couple things to note right at the beginning is it took me a very long time to neutralize my energy around this topic, so I am going to be presenting an extremely, hopefully extremely neutral perspective. I am not here to put anyone down. I'm not here to be mean or spiteful, or I don't know. I'm really trying to be as neutral as possible, basically. And I do want to start off with saying I do not know her teachings, and it seems like from my own community that so many of you have been positively impacted by her and her teachings. So I just want to say, if you resonate with her, then absolutely she is for you in this moment. But I really implore you to watch this video till the end so that you can gain access to these skills and tools that I'm going to teach you today, and hopefully that allows you to step into your own power as a spiritual teacher, because I truly believe that we are all gifts to this planet. We are all pieces of this grand puzzle, and we are all spiritual teachers and leaders in our own right. And that is why this video is so important, is because when stepping into our truth, when stepping into our mission, when stepping into our path, there are certain guidelines that I think that we should all follow, definitely myself included. And I hope that this resonates with you today. All right. I didn't want to do this video. I really, truly did not want to do this video. There's two reasons why I did not want to do this video. One is it's not my place to comment on anyone else's teachings or anyone else and their mission in general. Once again, I believe that Teal Swan has her place on this planet and even in this community for a multitude of different reasons. And as you guys know, I've actually never had a video commenting on anyone else ever before, because that's just not who I am. I just don't do this. And I've had an extreme amount of anxiety about this video in general, because it's a very polarizing topic. It's very contentious. And like I said, I've done a lot of work in the past 24 hours to really neutralize that energy. Here is why I'm doing this video. All right, I'm doing this video because I am a very strong believer that anyone who has influence, I don't care if you're a politician, you're a spiritual teacher, you're a railroad conductor, all right, we all need accountability. I truly believe that, myself included. It is so important. I'm doing this so that we can all stay accountable to each other, and we can all have awareness and discernment for the influences in our life. All right. I'm also learning myself. I'm learning how to navigate my own reactions. And I hope that after this video, you all learn what an appropriate spiritual foundation is for any leader and any teacher. All right. If you want, you can watch this video until the end to actually get my personal opinion about Teal Swan. Until then, I'm going to be as neutral and objective as possible. I do want to just say, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already for many other even better topics than this. This is a really hard topic for me just because I'm not used to this kind of video. Yeah. Okay, cool. So let's talk about spiritual foundations. Let's talk about spiritual pillars. Let's talk about standards within spirituality. Now, I have 7 spiritual foundations or pillars or standards that I believe that we all need to abide by, all right? These are channeled through me. These, I didn't read them in a book. I'm not trying to, you know, preach from a soapbox. These are things that I hold myself to and at least try to every single day. And I hope that you will hold yourself to these standards as well. And I really, really hope that you take a look at the teachers and influences in your reality and hold all of them to those standards, these standards as well. As always, you guys, take it or leave it, all right? This is just one person, one perspective, one viewpoint. I do want to say that this video is being sponsored by Lily Rose Jewelry. I've got not all of my Maoism bracelets on, but I've got quite a bit of them, and I really felt like I needed this strength and support for this video. I've got my gray bracelet, my New Earth bracelet, my Anunnaki bracelet, and then I've got the Octurian Mala on this hand, and it's really helping me stay grounded and aligned. Once again, you are here, you're listening to this because you are a spiritual leader and teacher in your own right, and that's why I think this video is just so important for all of us at this time. Okay, so I would actually highly suggest that you write down these pillars and you take a look at the people in your life and you ask yourself if they are aligned to these pillars, myself included. The pillar number 1 is freedom, all right? Any spiritual teacher or leader needs to be allowing everyone in their group and community free will, because guess what? Free will is one of the major laws of the universe, all right? So, do not project or impose your belief onto someone. Because by imposing your belief, projecting your belief onto someone, making mention that you think you know what that person is feeling or doing or thinking, all right, what you're doing is you're actually taking their freedom away from them. You're taking their free will away from them. And that, my friends, is really extremely detrimental to that person, and it will create a lot of karma for yourself in your own life, okay? So here's what I recommend as far as teaching and leading from a place of freedom and free will. Teach in a way that honors the other. Do not disrespect or belittle other people around you. Teach in a way that honors everyone else, all right? So, spiritual pillar number 1 for any teacher or leader out there. Spiritual pillar number 2 is integrity and authenticity. I'm putting both of these side by side because they're definitely different, but a little bit synonymous as well. You really can't have authenticity without integrity and vice versa. And really what this means is be true to yourself. Now, this is so important. This is one of the best ones that I channeled. The more attachment one has on identity, the less they actually know themselves. And the more prone they are to teaching from a projected or inauthentic level or place. And I'm going to repeat that first part. The more attachment one has on an identity, the less they actually know themselves. Because guess what we are? We're all of it. We're everything, right? We're not just one thing. So the more you're like, I'm a spiritual leader, I'm a teacher, I'm a psychic, this is what I do, then you're limiting yourself. You're not allowing yourself to be the expansive being that you truly are. And that's what being authentic and integral really is knowing yourself and knowing that you don't just have to be one or the other, and knowing that you don't actually have to attach yourself to anything. The more you attach yourself to an identity, the less you actually know yourself. It's like this need to attach and adhere because you're scared that you have no fucking clue. The second that you're okay with not having a clue is the second that you are in the most blissful, beautiful place. And that's a really great place to teach out of, is being okay with not knowing, is being okay with not having an identity. Okay, cool. So once again, pillar 1, freedom and free will. Pillar 2, integrity and authenticity. Pillar number 3, grounded. Oh, so good. All right. Teach from a place of presence. Being out of your human, being out of body, can form disassociation, which could create a belittling or condescending nature. If you're like, I am a spiritual teacher and you are my follower, all right? That's not a good place to be. That's not a grounded place to be. Be a human, right? How can you teach other human beings if you're not being real and being human yourself? You know, so I think being grounded, being, you know, here, it's a great place to be. Being in your body is a great place to be when teaching, especially metaphysical things. Okay? All right, cool. Moving swiftly along, pillar number 4 this is a really important one, and I always have a cause for concern to anyone. I don't care if it's a police officer or a parent or a spiritual teacher, right? If they do not have this spiritual pillar, which is willingness to change. You will not get very far in life if you are not willing to change. All right. So always be open to criticism and alternate points of view. If you react, this is important, and thank you, Phil, for that super chat. If you react to alternate points of view, it basically represents that you're stuck. You're stuck in your ways, you're stuck in your identity, you're stuck in your teachings, you're stuck in what you believe is true, what you believe is right, what you believe is wrong. If you're not open to other people's criticisms, like really important criticisms, or simply put, other people's different points of view, ooh, that is not a great place to teach from. That is, I mean, what, so you think that you're the only piece of the puzzle in this entire universe? That, to me, it screams ego, right? I mean, I am totally open to being called out. As a matter of fact, and any one of my team members will tell you this, I tell the people who I love the most, I tell the people who are closest to me, call me out. Like, Lauren, you're watching this right now. How many times have I told you, Lauren, you're such a sweetheart. You always have really nice, positive, beautiful things to say, right? She's so optimistic. But like, call me out. If you hear too much ego in a video, if you think that I'm I don't know what it is. Like if you really feel like the energy is off or the vibe or like there's something that's just not right about maybe me or the moment or the video or the content or whatever, please call me out. I need people to hold me accountable. And that's actually one of the other pillars, okay? But the willingness to change and to hear alternate points of view. If you do not have this as a spiritual teacher and leader, is a huge cause for concern. How are you ever going to individually grow? And how are you ever going to teach other people to grow if you're not willing to change yourself, but then you're promoting everyone else to change based on your beliefs? That does not fly with me. It gives me an icky feeling, to be honest. All right, cool. Spiritual pillar number 5, is responsibility. Oh my goodness. What's the Spider-Man saying? With great power comes great responsibility. I put that in my book. I freaking live by that. It's so important. I don't care if you're a freaking TikTok dancer or you're Oprah or you're a spiritual teacher or you're a politician, but if you have individuals who look at you and follow you, especially a vulnerable portion of the population, all right, who really does look up to you, then you have a responsibility to those people. Understand that your words, your actions, your vibration all emit a frequency. It makes an impact. We all have the responsibility to ensure that the impact that we make is a positive one that benefits humanity and those around us. You right now listening to this, right? You are a spiritual teacher. Let me just put it into perspective. You may not have a YouTube channel, for example. You may not have an online following, but guess what? Your friends, your family members, your coworkers, random people on the street, they look up to you. You don't even know the impact that you make, all right? But you're impacting them. You're a leader in your own right. If you feel utterly alone in a, middle America town, you're alone because you are a leader. You're alone because you're the one who is leading everyone else who just doesn't get it in your life. And that being said, I don't care if you have 2 people around you who maybe push back at you, but also are secretly listening in the wings, right? Or you have 200 people, 2,000 people, 2 million people watching every move, every video. We all have a responsibility to make sure that the impact that we're making is a good one. And what that requires is us checking in with ourselves, checking with the vibe of who we are and what we're helping people with. All right? Okay, so spiritual pillar number 6 is equality. It's pretty simple, you guys. Treat everyone as equals. No matter if you consider yourself a spiritual teacher or leader or not, there's no us versus them. There's no I'm better than you. Any individual, especially individuals with influence, who say that no one matches my power, no one's at my level, you can never be where I'm at, red flags. It's complete red flags for me. We all have the capacity to get to that level, if not beyond that level. All right? So especially the people who are in your inner circle, especially the people you love and care about the most, are the people that you should be treating as equals, right? But also the mosquito, right? That's chilling in the woods trying to suck your blood. That's an equal. I view that individual, that soul, that consciousness as an equal. All right? Homeless people on the street, they're equal, okay? That's a really important spiritual foundation, I believe. Okay. All right, cool. So the last and final spiritual pillar, and then I've got a little summary here, and I'll give my personal opinion if you haven't figured it out. The 7th and final spiritual pillar is accountability. We have to be accountable, especially with the responsibility of helping a large number of people. You have to be accountable to your actions, to your words. You have to be accountable to yourself, to humanity. And for those individuals who are not accountable, who are not leading an integral or authentic life, then there's going to be a lot of accountability in the next life. There's going to be a lot of accountability karmically at some point in time. So, and that's what I really believe. Okay, so a couple things that I wanted to make note of. Overall, we all need to take the time and energy to keep ourselves and each other accountable. I want you guys to call me out if you feel like I'm not aligned to these 7 pillars, because I really want to know how I can do better. I really want to know how I can improve where I'm at a vibration, you know? And I make mistakes, of course. So, out of these 7 foundations, I really want you to look at the influences around you and even ask yourself, you know, if they meet these criteria. Does Teal Swan meet this criteria? Right? Does she really align to all of these? And if she doesn't, that's okay, because we all make mistakes. But is she making an effort to align to all of these? Is she really being open and vulnerable about that? And I don't know personally, right? Because I don't know her content. I don't know where she's coming from. I don't know where she's at. But regardless of Teal or not, all right, it's not really about her, as you probably have gathered. It's about all influences in our life, including us as the influence, including us as the spiritual teacher and leader. That is so, so important. All right. Yeah. Ask yourself if you align to these as well, and make small changes every single day to strive for this. I think these are 7 incredibly powerful aspects that we can all strive to be better in. You know, it's a constant work in progress. And I guess before I get to my own personal opinion, if you like this video, be sure to like it. If you don't like it, no big deal. That's okay too. Share this video if you do feel like you align to this content, and subscribe, of course, if you enjoyed this. And the only thing that I'll say at a personal level, because it's not about that, is I just don't get the most loving and unconditional vibe from her. That's it. I don't know her teachings. I mean, it's clear that she's helping a lot of people, and that's really great. But at a vibration level, she scares me a little bit. You know, I feel some really dark energy in her, and part of my apprehension to do this video is that dark energy. And in the past 24 hours since I decided to do this video, there's been a lot of fuckery, a lot of psychic attacks, a lot of really intense things that have gone on just at a distance. How crazy is that? Just my experience, just you know, that's just literally my intuition. That's it, you guys. It's my own personal intuitive perspective. Take it or leave it. Everyone has a right to their own perspective, and once again, there's that free will. All right, I'm never gonna tell you what's right, what's wrong, who's good, who's bad. That's just not who I am, because once again, I hold myself to these 7 spiritual pillars, and I hope that you hold me to them. I hope that you hold everyone else, and including yourself, to them. That being said, that is all for me. I will see all of you in the next one, and of course in the 5th dimension frequency. Bye for now.